If you are looking to have a better year this year than you had last year, here is something you can begin to do from today that will help you to make that happen. You see, most of us know how to make a good start at different periods of our lives. I'm talking about a new year, a new month, new week, new day. But did you know that how you end a day has a big impact of what the next day may turn out to be? I'll show you what I mean. Hi, my name is Niyi Adeoshun. I'm a money management coach, and welcome to the Milestones of Financial Freedom. This is the channel in which I take you one tip at a time, one step at a time, one milestone at a time on the way to your financial freedom. With the kind of year that we've had recently, and the high cost of living crisis, high inflation, recession, all adding to the pressures of living here on earth, making things difficult. There are only two ways that people can respond to such things. You can either get overwhelmed or you can overcome. And I'm talking from experience. Being overwhelmed is very, very easy to do. With all the stuff that we're being bombarded with on a daily basis, how does one avoid being or becoming overwhelmed? I'll show you what I mean now. Have you noticed that most of the primetime TV programs that we have, they are full of plots that deal with greed, cheating, estrangement, kidnappings, murders, and all sorts of different kind of crimes? And you know what? Millions of people habitually watch these programs. I'm not saying don't watch TV, but people watch these programs and follow them up with the news, and then they head up to bed. You may be saying, what's wrong with that? I will show you something. In the last few days, I have been reading this book called The Positive Dog. It's a book by a gentleman by the name John Gordon. I actually enjoy the book. Allow me to read a passage from the book. Now, the author said, according to sports psychologist Jim Fanning, the last 30 minutes of every waking day are recorded and replayed that night by our subconscious minds 15 to 17 times. This replay occurs 5 times more than any other thoughts at any other time. Thus, it's important to go to bed thinking positive thoughts. If you go to bed thinking I'm feeling like a champion, you'll wake up thinking I'm feeling like a champion. You wake up optimistic and ready to win. Now, I love that. The last 30 minutes of the day, what you did in the last 30 minutes or what you do in the last 30 minutes of the day has an impact on what happens when you're sleeping. Now, if on the other hand, you didn't think like a champion before you went to bed, right? Let's say you heard all the stuff that they gave you on the news and you went to bed. Do you know that most people just wake up tired, drained? They wake up fearful, they wake up pessimistic. Andrew Womack said, your imagination is your spiritual womb. It's where you conceive things, both positive and negative. Your imagination is your ability to see something in your mind. You understand? You see things even though they're not there physically. You cannot remember anything without using your imagination. You cannot even think without using your imagination. Because everything that we do, even if you hear words, your mind would translate that word to a picture. We think in pictures. We remember in pictures. When your subconscious mind is going to work, it works in pictures. If you listen to those bad news before you go to bed, it's those pictures that your mind will keep replaying. Now, let's experiment a little bit. If I say to you, dog, if you hear me say dog, your mind does not tell you dog. That's not what mind is playing with. Your mind, you would think of an animal with 4 legs and it backs and it has sharp teeth. That's your imagination. You think in pictures. Now, I can use words to change the picture that you have in your mind. If instead of me saying dog, I say bulldog, the picture in your mind will have changed by now. The picture in your mind will change with everything I'm saying. Instead of me just saying bulldog, I say a black bulldog. What about a big black bulldog? a mean, big black bulldog. Let's add one extra one to it. A snarling, mean, big black bulldog. You get the picture. Pun intended, right? See, as I keep describing the dog, the picture in your mind keep changing. That is exactly how what you hear on a daily basis can affect how you picture yourself and your circumstances. Now, if you picture yourself being in a particular state long enough, you'll find it difficult to imagine yourself in a different state. If financial difficulties have been your issue, you understand, and you go to bed with the picture of how things can only get worse in your mind, how would you ever become financially independent? If you always meditate on all the news about winter flu every year, is it a wonder that you succumb to it annually? Now, I want to challenge you in the next few days, in the next few weeks, in the next few months, probably for the rest of your life, if you like it, that you will begin to actively and purposefully reject anything, thoughts, words, pictures that will bring fear, apprehension, or anxiety to your mind. Your situation may not change overnight while you sleep, you understand? But your expectation the next day will begin to come from a different perspective. You understand what I'm trying to say? Now, in this year that you are right now, begin to expect good things. A woman of God said, without expectation, there cannot be manifestation. If you don't expect good, good will not come, may not come. If you expect bad, bad will come. So don't keep taking in all the news about those things that are going to happen to the whole world, that the world is falling now, the sky is falling and stuff like that. Do you know we don't actually get news anymore? They don't give us news to inform us anymore. They just give news to shock. They give news to shock us. That's just it. Part of getting ready for a new day is ending each new day with the positive thoughts. End it with the wins of that particular day. What did you do right? How did you bring smile to someone's face? Think of those things that will bring smile to your own face before you sleep. Expect good, even though the news is spewing out doom. You understand? When I take my clients through the journey to financial freedom, I usually tell them what you see is what you get. What do I mean by that? Let's say money is not an issue. Who would you like to be? What would you like to do? What would you like to have? Where would you like to go? Where would you like to even live in? You understand what I'm trying to say? From today onwards, make it a point of duty to see yourself in a new light. To see yourself as someone who is winning, or someone who is on the way to winning. Every little win that you get, they matter a lot. Think about them. Give thanks for them. Be grateful for what you have. But when you go to sleep and you start thinking of positive things that happen during the day, do you know you become grateful? Now you say, what does all this have to do with financial freedom? It's got a lot to do with financial freedom, because if you don't see yourself in a good light, if you don't see yourself in a positive light, every other thing that you do, you would not have the mind of achieving them. I want you to see yourself as a winner to begin with. So on a daily basis, you start the day as a winner, you end the day as a winner. Even if you didn't win that day, think about the wins that you have. At least you cannot go through the whole day without having one single win. That's all I've got to say for now. But let me remind you, just in case you have not subscribed to this channel, please do. I'd like you to subscribe, to like, to share this, to share this video with others. And please make comments. I want to know if what I'm bringing out, how they're helping you, and how I can improve on what I'm doing. So write whatever you want to write, the good, the bad, and the ugly. They all make things go better. Anyway, that's all I have to say for now. Until I see you next time. Have a nice day. Bye.